Yep.
Good.
Ay.
Susie, Cardo.
It's going away.
Both of my parents are Portuguese. My mom was born in the islands and my dad was born here. They met in an American high school and got married a few years later. Very shortly after that, they had me. The first Acosta child was a girl. Being Portuguese comes with a lot of things. Roman Catholicism is in our blood and traditionalism is in our bones. As I got older, my hair got longer, and there was so much of it. And my mother being my mother, she brushed it. She used to hold me down, and I would scream and cry as she ripped through the knots. I begged and pleaded with her to let me cut it short, but girls have long, pretty hair, she said. Beauty is pain, she told me, from ages 3 to 15, shoving skirts and dresses in my face, forcing them on me for family outings. She didn't care that they made me so uncomfortable that I would cry. She didn't care that for years I would recoil away any time anyone touched my hair. She didn't care that all the things she used to say to me are carved into my skin to this day, telling me that I look ugly and sick and homeless. Her perception of me became my own, I guess, and I still rebelled against it. Throughout all of high school, I wore jeans, t-shirts, and baggy sweaters every day. I did everything I could do to hide my already underdeveloped frame. I shunned everything I perceived as girly. I didn't paint my nails or do my hair or my makeup. I detested bright colors, especially pink. I played video games, collected Pokemon cards, and replaced all of my Barbies with Legos. I knew she hated it. She used to tell me about how much she wished she had a girl daughter instead. And I thought that was what I wanted. But the things she said still stuck with me. Those stupid graphic tees became the heaviest garments I wore, and I had hundreds of them. They weighed me down with guilt. Enough of it that I still shaved my armpits and legs, used women's deodorant and shampoo, and waxed my face, despite how painful it was. And my hair stayed long. It was thick and heavy and frizzy, and I hated it almost as much as I hated myself. And yet, it stayed long. I was 16. It was summer. I sat in my kitchen while my mother made lunch. Nonchalantly, I brought up the possibility of cutting my hair short, and just as nonchalantly, my mother replied with, "No, I don't want you looking like a dyke." It felt like I went through all the stages of grief in less than a minute, because all hopes of me coming out to my parents died that day. I live on my own now, hours away from them, and yet her voice still rattles around in my head. Every time I look in the mirror, I grimace, because all I can see is ugly. So, thank you, Mom, for dropping out of college to have me. Thank you, Mom, for working third shift for 15 years to make sure you had enough time and money to raise me. Thank you, Mom, for cooking us dinner every night, despite the fact that you had to be in bed by 4. Thank you, Mom, for doing all that and telling me that I'm shit while doing it. Thank you, Mom, for spiking my anxiety and making my chest hurt at the mere thought of getting the haircut I want, that I know will make me happy. Thank you, Mom, for making me feel guilty about hating being around you because of how much you've done for me. Thank you, Mom, for making me feel that because I am not your girly little princess, that I'm different and wrong, and that makes me ugly, inside and out, worthless, cowardly, 20 years old and still too scared to face their mother. I guess there's nothing wrong with having mommy issues, right? Well, I guess she's sort of not wrong. I may not be pretty, but there's nothing wrong with being different if being different is what makes me happy. It took me years to realize it, but maybe I don't want to be pretty. Maybe one day I want to be striking, or the next day I want to be casual, or maybe I want to be handsome. Maybe I just want to be me. Maybe.